Hey, it's Brandon Wilmarth here again, and today I'm helping some friends from Northmore Elementary and Moore Public Schools with PowerPoint. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and open that up. Now, if you've never used PowerPoint and want to make a simple slide presentation, this is a great video to start with. So as you can see right here, PowerPoint automatically opens a blank presentation. And in my 10 years of teaching, I have seen a lot of presentations lost because my students forgot to save them or something happened while they were working on them. So we're going to go ahead and go to File. First thing before we do any editing, creation, and save it. So if you're here in Moore Public Schools, you have a drive with your name on it. So here you can see mine, Brandon Wilmarth. And I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder. So I want to create a new folder by right-clicking and then go to New and Folder. And I'm just going to name it Presentation or Biography or whatever. Now, I'm actually going to be doing mine over Mr. Shakespeare. So I want to make sure that I'm in that folder, and I'm going to hit Save. So now that we've saved, we're ready to start creating our presentation. Just remember to continue to come back to this little icon in the upper left-hand corner and click it to save throughout the presentation creation. Now, one of the big things that a lot of my students wanted to choose first was the theme. So in order to choose the theme of the presentation, the PowerPoint, we want to go ahead and click on this little drop down arrow and look at all of the different color schemes and themes that they have. A lot of these are really fun. So in fact, I'm just going to go ahead and choose this one. This is called Trek. So notice that it changed where the title was and where the subtitle was. And in order to actually change the text, all you have to do is click on it. My person that I am going to be presenting on is William Shakespeare. And I simply type his name right there. And if I want to move it, I can. I just have to grab it and start moving. So if I wanted to add a subtitle by Brandon Wilmarth, I could go ahead and move that. And if I thought, you know what, William Shakespeare needs to be a lot bigger, I'm just going to go ahead and click on that, highlight to where it's all highlighted, and then I'm going to go back over here to Home and then change the size. I want it to be really big, so I think 72, maybe 66. 60 looks good because it takes up the whole screen there. And then, yeah, maybe I want my name to be a little bit smaller. There's another way you can do it. See how that kind of popped up? Well, I can change it right here. So I want to go ahead and make my name a little bit smaller. And you know what? I want to move my name. I'm going to make this box a lot smaller by dragging it. And then see how I have all four arrows pointing around? That means I can move the whole thing. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move it over here. So now I've got my title slide. I know a lot of you really want to put a picture in here, so there's an option to do that. If we wanted to insert a picture, we're going to go over here to Insert. And then there's a lot of different things that we could insert, and of course one of the very first things is Picture. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Picture. Now I've already saved a picture of William Shakespeare in my H drive under my picture files. If you don't know how to save a picture, then just get with your teacher and they'll tell you how, or you can pick some clip art, which I'm going to show you here in a second. So I'm going to insert this picture of William Shakespeare, but that is way too big, right? So here we go. We're going to grab this edge and we're going to pull it in to where it's about the size that I want it to be right there. So that is a pretty nice title slide. Okay, before we show you how to do a new slide, I do want to show you how to maybe jazz up the slides that you have. So we just added a picture. Maybe we want to select that picture and make it zoom in from somewhere. So we can do that by clicking on Animations, and then along the top, all of these are animations that we can have our text and pictures and clip art do. So what I want to do is I want to click on Animation Pane so that I can see what I do with this and look at all of my different animations. We have some that are really good for entrance pictures and text, or if I want to emphasize something. So I think I want to introduce Shakespeare's pictures, so let's do a fly-in. So that's what that's going to look like. I can preview it by clicking over here. And you know what? I think I want to click on Effect Options and have it come in from the bottom left. Yeah, I like that a lot better. But you know, I think it's too fast. So I want to click over here and that little drop down arrow and click on timing. I don't think it needs to be very fast. In fact, I think maybe I want it to be kind of medium. Let's make it last 2 seconds whenever it comes in. And I want to make sure that it comes in whenever I click it. So this is what it's going to look like. All right. Now I could do this with text as well. If I wanted my name to suddenly fade in, I could do that. And you know what? I think maybe I want my name to fade at the same time. So I'm going to do start with previous. So this is what it's going to look like. There we go. So it will have William Shakespeare, and then it will have my name and the picture at the same time. Some pretty cool stuff. Now that our introduction slide is done, we're ready to add the next slide, which is the birthday and death date of the person that we're doing our biography over. So we need to go back to the Home tab and then see where it says New Slide? Now I can either click New Slide and it will automatically put in a generic slide, or I can click on the down arrow and it will show me the types of slides. So I can do a title and content, I can do the to content, I could do a bunch of different things. But you know what? I think that the to content will work really well for this slide because I want to put birth date and death date of William Shakespeare. Okay, so now I want to put in his birth date and the death date. So you know how to add text, so all I have to do is put April 23rd, that's his birth date, 1564 I think. And you know what, that slide is looking kind of, you know, it's blank. So what I want to do now is I want to put in, instead of a picture, I want to go back to insert and put in some clip art. So if I wanted to search in this pane, I can go ahead and close out the animation pane. If I wanted to search in this one, I just say birthday, and then I bet I get a few things. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it's looking cool. I don't know what I want to put in here for Mr. Shakespeare's birthday, but yeah, I like that one right there. So I take this and click it, and it will automatically insert it. And just like earlier, I just resize it and then drag it where I want it to be. And I could add some animation. I could do whatever I want. So I think this is it, guys. You really don't need a whole lot else to know, except for maybe if you want to do a transition from one slide to the next. So I bet you can guess where we got to go for that. Yep, transitions. And so just like our animation, there's all sorts of transitions, and we can make them exciting or kind of low and subtle or dynamic. Alright, so let's see what this one would look like. So if we did a conveyor, so it's going to go from that to that, and then if I want to transition on this one, let's do a wipe. So it's going to go from that slide to that one. Alright, so I hope that you have a fun time presenting on your biographies and you're doing your PowerPoints, and hope that this helped you out quite a bit. You guys have a good day and good luck with this.